What's up guys, my name is Captain Dave and welcome back to the Captain's Quarters, the video in which I go through and answer all of your questions and comments from last week's video, or should I say last month's video, because it has yet again been some time since I've done a video. What can I say? Holiday season was upon us. I was busy. What can I say? But with that being said, let's get the pleasantries out of the way first and get through and quickly just say all the updates, all the good news, and that is all my recording equipment and all that good stuff has arrived. It all works, and at this current point in time I have recorded must be over 20 hours of Mass Effect 3 footage already and good to go, and hell, I'm not even halfway through the game yet. So that leaves me with my first question that I want to ask you guys, and that is, would you rather wait until I start my walkthrough of Batman Arkham Origins before I start uploading Mass Effect 3, or do you really not care and would you just rather have something to watch while you're waiting for Batman? Because I'm about halfway through Mass Effect 3 right now, and as I just said, 20 hours worth of footage ready to upload. So if you want, I could start uploading that now and at least give you guys something to watch until I start recording Batman Arkham Origins, or you can wait and have them both up at the same time. It's entirely up to you. But I thought I'd leave that question for you. I was going to wait until I'd started recording Batman Arkham Origins and then upload both that and Mass Effect at the same time. But if you guys are bored and you really don't care and you'd rather have something to watch while you wait for Arkham Origins, then I can start uploading Mass Effect 3 now for you. It's entirely up to you. I thought I was just going to do it my own way, but I figured, I might as well ask you. You guys just might want it uploaded now. So there's that. So with that out of the way, I think I can go through and start answering some of your questions from last month's video, I guess I should say. Number one from Socrates Darius. Hey, when are you doing Mass Effect 3? Well, as I just said, halfway through it. So, Socrates Darius, there you go, answer my question. If you want it uploaded now, I can start uploading it for you now. Because, also, yeah, before I carry on, that was one thing I did want to mention. Because of this sort of like, because of like the, my equipment break and stuff like that, it's been, what, nearly 2-3 month break I've been on because of that. And it made me think with work and with uni and with this and everything else, this isn't me having a big old whinge and a moan, it's the fact that, as you know, I don't have much time, so I'm thinking of maybe changing the way in which I do my walkthroughs, and that just being in the fact, instead of uploading a walkthrough and as soon as I finish a walkthrough uploading another one and have it constant, what I might do is record a walkthrough and not start uploading it until I've completely finished it. That way you guys are guaranteed a full walkthrough without any breaks in between. It was something I was just thinking, that's why I haven't started uploading any of my Mass Effect 3 yet. So I was going to wait until I finished the game before I started uploading it. Because then that way, if I get busy again, you're not going to be left halfway through a walkthrough and be left hanging. So I was thinking about maybe doing that. So it might be the same with Batman Arkham Origins. I might record the whole walkthrough and then start uploading it. I don't know. I just don't want to get to that point where maybe something breaks again. And then you're halfway through a walkthrough and then you go months without seeing the end of it. You know, I'd hate for that to happen, kind of like Fallout New Vegas, you know. But anyway, the next question was from Alexander. He said, is it the Green Goblin, but it will be Harry Osborn instead of Norman Osborn as the Force Goblin? Oh yeah, that's about Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Harry Osborn as the Goblin. But hey, the guy who did a good job in Chronicles, I'm sure he's going to do a good job as Harry Osborn as well. Did you know that Wonder Woman is apparently going to be in the second Man of Steel movie? No, I didn't. I do now, though. Alexander also said, would you do some GTA 5 multiplayer vids? I have actually hardly touched the multiplayer in GTA 5. It's weird, because I loved the single player, and I was extremely looking forward to the multiplayer, but I've barely touched it. I've played, like, a couple of hours, I'd say, with some of my friends, and even that, we didn't do, well, I've heard you can't even do missions and heists, but we didn't go around and do anything really. All we did was go to the top of the, you know, the stream of water that goes down from the mountains. We basically went in that and we just floated down it and punched each other along the way. That's pretty much, that's my extent of the multiplayer for GTA, and some races. I mean, that's classic Crash Bandicoot style races. It was hilarious. But no, I honestly haven't played much myself, so if you are to be getting any multiplayer video gameplay from me, then obviously it might be a good chance it'll be from Mass Effect 3 actually. I mean, I've been dabbling a little bit in that. I'm not too great at it, I'm not exactly the best, but hell, I might upload some multiplayer videos for that. I don't know, maybe. Alexander said, I was expecting I was expecting that bit in the game, but I laughed like a hyena at your reaction. Oh, I'm not even sure what that bit was about. It's been too long since I did the last one. And you also said, what did you think of Batman's Batsuit in Arkham Origins? I loved it because it looks like armour. Yeah, I agree. I much preferred the suit of armour in Arkham Origins compared to City. I don't know, I just like the fact it was armour. I felt like he's supposed to be a normal person, and he has this like skin-tight spandexy sort of stuff on. I'm thinking, well, if you get punched and kicked, that's gonna hurt. In Arkham Origins, he looked like he was wearing like sort of nimble like maneuverability in the suit, but it just kind of looked like in Arkham Origins it actually looked like it had some weight behind it, and it looked like it can do some damage and take a beating with that armor, as opposed to maybe City, where it looked almost a bit weak, his suit. But Donny Hunt said, "Hey Dave, what if everyone in that background of yours, Spider-Man, Shepard, Deadpool, Batman, and the Juggernaut, teamed up in a movie, game, or comic? What would you think?" Well, like I've said with like many mashups before, like they said, what if DC and Marvel came together, or Mass Effect and The Walking Dead came together, or something like that. I personally don't think there's a way, in a serious sense, that would ever work. I think it would just be really kind of goofy, and it would it would look kind of odd. To be honest, that's my thoughts on the matter. But I don't know, maybe in like a game aspect, Lego Marvel, like that sort of comedy style of game, it would kind of work. So if they had Spider-Man, Shepard, Deadpool, Batman, and the Juggernaut in like a Lego game, that would be funny, because it's done in a like comedic sort of way. But I think if you were to do it in any sort of serious sense, it would be pretty pants, to be honest. And speaking of Lego games, by the way, I have been playing Marvel Lego with my girlfriend at the moment. We're just up to the X-Men mission with Cyclops and Jean Grey. So, but that game is a lot of fun. That game is definitely a lot of fun. If you guys didn't like Batman Arkham Origins as much as you do, I would actually be tempted to do Marvel Lego before doing Origins, but I know you guys have been waiting for Batman for a very long time. You've been very patient, so I'll definitely do Batman first. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a Lego walkthrough of Marvel. That game is a lot of fun. Alexander also said, "Hey Dave, first off, it's great to hear from you. From what you've told us, I can see why you've been so quiet this past couple of weeks. Yeah, and I suppose ditto again for now as well. It's also perfect timing for me, as I am laid up in bed with food poisoning, and so I've got nothing better to do than to watch your comments, which would explain the ridiculous amount in this episode." Yeah, there were quite a few, but hey, that's never a bad thing. Anyway, I just wanted to welcome you back to YouTube and say a few things. Oh, well, thank you very much, and hope you're over your food poisoning. Well, at least I hope you are, because it's been 3 weeks since you left that comment, so I sincerely hope you are over your food poisoning now. If so, I worry for you. Yeah, I wish you well. Seb said, "Lego Marvel, Dragon Age Origins, Incredible Hulk, and the Green Lantern game. Please, Dave, please do these, especially Dragon Age. Please make this the big new series on your channel after Emmy." Do you know what? I have actually been looking into Dragon Age Origins. I've been playing Mass Effect for well over a year now, and as much as I love that game, and man, I really do love that game too much, I've been looking into something else, some other big game to get into, and seeing as how Dragon Age Origins is another BioWare games, the same sort of gameplay aspects-ish of Mass Effect, or I should say Mass Effect is kind of like Dragon Age really, but in the same way that you have your squad and stuff like that. I have been looking into Dragon Age. I can't necessarily say if I'm actually going to get the game, and even if I get the game, I couldn't say whether I'm going to do a walkthrough of it, because that kind of era of games, you know, sort of like dragons, orcs, elks, you know, all that sort of stuff, it doesn't really appeal to me too much. But, I don't know, I am tempted to get the game, and if so, I might do a walkthrough. I don't know, I really could not say. But, yeah, Lego Marvel I'm definitely doing a walkthrough of. And Dragon Age Origins, I've definitely been looking into, so I'm not going to say no to that, but I can't necessarily say yes either. Blast Eye Studio said, "By the way, that Jurassic Park game top 10 deaths video was funny, and are you looking forward to Jurassic World?" Yeah, that top 10 vids definitely is fun. It's the one where the big, what's it called? Shipment crate thing falls and pins that guy's head. That's just insanely graphic. It didn't need to be that bad. And am I looking forward to Jurassic World? I have no idea what Jurassic World is, so I'm going to type it in now. Unless is that the new film? And there we are. Google's just automatically come up with it. Yeah. Oh, Jurassic World. So that's the Jurassic Park 4 film, I guess. Oh yeah. In that case, yeah, definitely. I love Jurassic Park. It's a great film, classic film. Definitely looking forward to that. Jason Milne said, yes, you uploaded again. I was getting bored and worried. Don't worry about me. I'll survive. But yeah, sorry, you said that, and then I didn't upload anything for 3 weeks. But as I said, if you want stuff uploaded, just let me know in this video, and I'll get Mass Effect on its way for you guys. Gareth Fakarian said, hey Dave, I understand being under stress. There was no need for your apology, but I appreciate it all the same. As a matter of fact, I have been under a lot of stress as well because I can't find a job, which means I haven't been able to buy any games that I'd like to get started on trying, and I'm all the time bored and I don't want to do myself a good video, and I can't wait to start doing walkthroughs again. Yeah, I feel your pain, Gareth, I feel your pain. That's one of the main reasons why it takes me quite a long time to do walkthroughs of newer games like Arkham Origins, because I don't have the money to buy the game, and then when I do have the money to buy the game, I don't have time to sit down and record a whole walkthrough of it. So no, I feel your pain. It's so stressful when you're actually willing to work and you just don't have the job. It's so it really makes you angry when you see people who do have jobs and they just don't turn up. It's such a slap in the face to those who don't have jobs and really want jobs and are willing to work their arse off, and they just haven't got the opportunity, you know. But no, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I hope the job hunt has gone or is going well for you. The Captain Junior said, well, if you had a choice, would you rather listen to Joker's porn, oh god, that you heard in the first Normandy stories, or be sat on by Grunt, or oh lord, or be Aaron Cash's partner, or get headbutted by Grunt, then charged by Rex? If I had a choice, oh man. So is this which one would I rather do? Right. Do you know what? You wouldn't think it's your first option, but I think I would rather listen to Joker's porn. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be awkward as all hell, but at least you can just walk away and pretend it never happened. I mean, you get sat on by Grunt, you never you become Joker pretty much. You get sat on by Grunt, you ain't standing up again. You be Aaron Cash's partner, you'll shoot yourself in the head. So there's no coming back from that. If you get headbutted by Grunt, then charged by Rex, then you pretty much the last option is being sat on by Grunt and being Aaron Cash's partner put together. You get headbutted by Grunt, so there's your head gone. That's exactly the same as being Aaron Cash's partner. And you get charged by Rex. That's kind of like being crippled when Grunt's out on you. So yeah, out of all of them, the only one that doesn't result in me being dead is listening to Joker's porn. So yeah, Joker, let's get creepy together. But next question by Gareth Fakarian. Apparently they are doing another X-Men movie after Days of Future Past, and it is, wait for it, Apocalypse. Oh, you knew it would. You knew they'd have to do an Apocalypse movie eventually. He was such a pivotal part of the X-Men. I'm glad that this news, and hopefully they will have Archangel play a bigger role than he did in X-Men 3. The Last Stand, because ever since I've played X-Men Legends 2 all those years back, I personally love the Archangel character, and I think he is underrated. What do you think about Apocalypse as the next movie, and what do you think of Archangel? Well, I totally agree with X-Men 3, The Last Stand. I think they gave characters like Angel such a pathetic role. Bearing in mind he was one of the original X-Men, and he has like almost a side character role. I mean, if you didn't know who Angel was, you go into that film and you wouldn't think he was anything at all, like any form of importance if you'd watched that film. But then, as I said, with X-Men 3, there was a lot of issues with that film. Why is it these days the end of a trilogy is just getting absolutely pooped on? It's almost like the directors give up. But yeah, and hopefully with Days of Future Past, maybe that's something they're going to correct, because they're going back in time to try and stop the future that's now from happening. So I've got a feeling that by doing that, they're trying to reboot X-Men, but instead of just like they have with Spider-Man, just rebooting it and pretending the last 3 films didn't exist, I think with X-Men, at least this is how I hope they're going to do it. I think by doing Days of Future Past, they're going back to where X-Men First Class time, rewriting history, so in that way the 3 X-Men films that we've previously watched, obviously being X-Men 1, 2 and 3, have happened, but now history has been rewritten. So even though they did happen, they now don't exist in this timeline, if you see what I mean. So I think that's a clever way of doing it. So in that way, it's like they're not pretending the last 3 X-Men films didn't happen. They're saying they did happen, but now they can go through and do those films again, having with the preset that the time has been reset and like a new timeline has been written and stuff like that. And then that way they can also use the same actors. So, I mean, that's where I hope they're going with it. So I think that's pretty cool. And if they do that, then it means they can now bring Archangel in and Angel in a bigger role, because they've rewritten time, so Angel can come in at a different time now, and yada yada yada. I mean, that's my hope, because I mean, Angel Archangel, that was quite a big role to do with Apocalypse. So I think they'd be foolish to leave him out of that. They need to bring him in, and I think they need to bring him in really before Apocalypse, because if he comes in the Apocalypse movie, you'd just be like, oh look, there's a guy taken over by Apocalypse, how bad for him. But if he's in one of the films beforehand, then you're like, oh crap, he's a major character that has just been, you know, indoctrinated for all sense and purposes by Apocalypse. But yeah, no, I hope they do use Angel in the Apocalypse film, and I'm really hoping that the way I just described it is kind of the way they're going, because I think that'll make the whole storyline and plot of the X-Men movies so far a lot better, personally. But anyway, the Captain Jr. said, you're an amazing YouTuber, and I agree. I finally uploaded my first video, and if you or any of the people watching it could spare 5 to 10 minutes, I would be thankful. And will you ever, I'm guessing, play Mirror's Edge? It's a fun game, and it's a first-person parkour game. I've never really seen anything. I've heard a lot about Mirror's Edge, like, over the years, but you know, I've never actually watched any footage of the game before, so I honestly couldn't say. I don't know. And if anyone wants to go over and check out what Captain Jr. is doing, feel free. We're a friendly place here. I'm not going to be like, bah, get that out of here. If anyone wants to go check out what he's doing, feel free. I'd love to say that I'd given someone a kickstart. AJ Singh said, hi Dave, have you watched the Anaconda movies, and what do you think of them? I can't really remember them too well. Oh, I remember watching one of them. They were on like a boat or something, going down like a river. I don't know. I thought they were alright. They were kind of like a good take your brain out, just watch them sort of film, you know. I'm not exactly going to sit there like a movie critic going, well, you see, the mise-en-scène of this scene was blah, 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 blah. It's just, they were alright films, you know. Nothing really special about them. I put them on par with, I don't know, like slasher horror films, you know. You just don't sit there and don't try to analyse them too much, just enjoy them for what they are. What do you think of Call of Duty, and what's your favourite Call of Duty series? Mine is Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty, something I don't know, I haven't really given a second thought to for quite a long time. Favourite Call of Duty is World at War. Absolutely love World at War. It was the first Call of Duty I ever played, so that's probably why. That's why a lot of people say their favourite's COD 4, because it's probably the first one they played. But mine's World at War. Absolutely love World at War. It's probably the same reasons why I like Black Ops as well, because I felt it was made obviously by Treyarch as well, but I felt it was kind of similar in a sense that Modern Warfare has always been about big, powerful technology, blah 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 blah. Black Ops, I just like to kind of bring it back, like dial the weapons back a little bit. That's my thoughts and opinions anyway. But yeah, World at War, that was my favourite. But as opposed to that, I haven't given Call of Duty a second look since, I think, Modern Warfare 3. I got Modern Warfare 3, played it for a couple of weeks, and realised at that point that I was really bored of Call of Duty. I did enough. Nothing to do with like, oh no, this is stupid. Nothing like that. I had a lot of fun on that game. A lot of fun. I think Call of Duty was some of the first videos I uploaded actually. But I had a lot of fun. It ran its course for me. I was bored of it. I'm sure. I've heard Black Ops 2 is very good, but I'm not interested anymore, to be honest. Have you seen the new Godzilla movie poster, which will come out in 2014? Yes, I've seen the trailer for the new Godzilla movie. I'm not gonna lie, it looks sick. I think it looks really good. I'm really looking forward to it. The fact that also they made a movie trailer where they haven't actually shown Godzilla. They've maybe shown like a bit of him, like he scowls or a shadow of him moving. I think that does a lot more to make the film look good. The second you actually show Godzilla, or you show the serial killer in a film or something like that, instantly people will not be as scared, and a lot of people can then begin criticising it on the internet. But just showing clips that build up the sort of the intensity and the anticipation for the film without actually showing major bits of the film, it gives people nothing to be negative about, and only positive stuff can come from that. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Godzilla. And have you watched the 1998 Godzilla film, and what do you think of it? Is the 98 one the one with Matthew Broderick? Matthew Broderick in? Is that the 98 one? If so, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it quite a few times. And yeah, it was alright. It was good for its time, but now obviously it's a bit dated. Yeah, it was a good film. What do you think of Jurassic Park 1, 2 and 3, and which one is your favourite? I love Jurassic Park. It's got to be number 1 though. it has to be number one, and not just because number one's the best and then it went downhill, you know, not because of any of that. It's just I grew up on Jurassic Park. I love that film. They used to put Jurassic Park on every Christmas. I don't know why they put it on at Christmas, but they used to put it on every Christmas, and I just love that film. Absolutely love it. My brother's favourite one is number 3. It's like his favourite film of all time, the third Jurassic Park. God knows why, but he loves it. But no, Jurassic Park 1, fantastic film. Absolutely love it. Yusuf Yasir said, Dave, long time no hear. Where have you been? Did you die and come back or something? Yeah, pretty much. I'm a Jesus version 2. Wow, I'm getting smited down for that one. Yeah, no, you know, I probably explained it in the video last month, I think. So I've just been busy, and then holiday season's crept up and stuff like that. But there will be walkthroughs to come soon. Anyway, my 2 questions for today are: do you watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? I think it's a funny show, and also The Amazing Spider-Man is following the Ultimate Comic storyline. Then why is it called Amazing Spider-Man, not Ultimate Spider-Man? No, I do not watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I don't watch any reality TV shows. It just infuriates me. I figure, why would you spend your evening watching people sitting down being bored? I don't know, it baffles me. I just don't get it. I have far too much interesting stuff to do in my own life than to watch other people do stuff, you know? I don't know. I just don't get I don't get celebrity hype, to be honest. I don't see why watching one particular person is more interesting than just watching some other guy in their room watching TV. You know, I don't get it, to be honest. A lot of people do, and a lot of people find it interesting. And I mean, if you do, then cool. I'm glad. A lot of people probably think what I do is completely weird and boring, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of what's it called? Reality TV stuff. It just infuriates me. And why is Amazing Spider-Man called Amazing Spider-Man and not Ultimate Spider-Man if it seems to be following the Ultimate Spider-Man storyline? Do not know. I think they called it Amazing Spider-Man just because like the original films were called Spider-Man, so they couldn't just call it Spider-Man again. So they just called it Amazing Spider-Man, I think, to follow the thing. But then I think, I don't know why they didn't call it Ultimate Spider-Man, really. Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. You have to ask, tweet Mark Webb. Go ahead, send a tweet to Mark Webb, ask him why it's called Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know, but it is clearly obvious it's following a lot of Ultimate Spider-Man storylines, from the design of the costume to the leak they did with the Venom jar inside a container, which was made by his dad and Eddie Brock's dad, which obviously is completely different from Amazing Spider-Man storyline. So you have to tweet Mark Webb. By the way, speaking of Mark Webb, don't know if any of you guys noticed, if you follow me on Twitter, they were sending, on Stanley's birthday, a lot of people posted to Mark Webb pictures of their Spider-Man tattoos. So I put a picture of my Spider-Man tattoo to Mark Webb, and he retweeted it to all 53,000 of his followers. So yeah, that was a good day for me, knowing that the director of the Amazing Spider-Man films has seen my tattoo and retweeted it. That kind of gave me a little bit of a nerdgasm, I'm not going to lie. It was right up there with the day I got Mark Meer to record my YouTube intro. Two claim to fames right there they are. Vladax94 said, hey Dave, welcome back. Tell, please, did you enjoy Arkham Origins? Yes, loved Arkham Origins, and as I say, I'll get the walkthrough to you as soon as possible. I know I've been promising it for a long time, but you guys have been very patient, and I'll get it to you as soon as I can. Will you play Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U? Nope, I don't have Super Smash Bros. And I don't have a Wii U, so unfortunately that is definitely a no-go. What other games will you play, and what console will you buy, possibly buy Xbox One or PS4? I will not be buying any of those consoles until it gets to a point where I suddenly win the lottery and have a load of money come out of nowhere, or there's a game that's exclusive to Xbox One and PS4 and I really want it. I probably won't buy either one of them until that point comes around. And what games will I be playing? Mass Effect 3 is going to be up soon. Arkham Origins is going to be recorded soon, hopefully. After that will be Lego Marvel. At some point, I plan on doing Beyond Two Souls. Still haven't actually played the game myself yet, but at some point I'll be doing Beyond Two Souls. I will pick up Fallout New Vegas at some point. I've been promising that for like 2 or 3 years now, but I will. And if I could borrow my friend's Xbox, probably X-Men Legends and X-Men Legends 2 as well at some point. Maybe. Who knows? And possibly, actually no, I don't know if I can say. don't know if I can say, but I might possibly be doing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 again, but multiplayer with a few people who I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say who they are. But yeah, that might be coming. So, I don't know. To be continued, I guess. Josh Jenks said, long time no hear, Dave. What do you think of the absolutely brilliant Spider-Man trailer that came out? It was fantastic. It was superb, and I had to change my pants. That's what I thought of the trailer. I'm just so impressed with how Mark Webb's, what he's doing with Spider-Man. I think it's really good, and I cannot wait for the second film. Alex94 said, and last, even though, oh wait, I think, see this YouTube comment section is weird. It puts last comments first and stuff like that. Oh, well, I'm just going to go in the order they're appearing here anyway. Last, even though strange question, are you a brony? I know I'm not. No, I am not a brony. I had no idea what a brony even was. I hadn't even heard of it until I went Comic-Con and I saw a bunch of people with My Little Pony t-shirts. I don't get that. I'm never going to get that. If you like it, cool, but I'm just never going to understand that. Though there is a rumour that Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker, will not be playing Spider-Man anymore in Amazing Spider-Man 4. Well, as far as I know, they've already... At least I could be wrong. I don't follow this stuff. I find out all my information when you tell me. But as far as I know, I thought they had only planned Amazing Spider-Man up to Amazing Spider-Man 3. If there is going to be Amazing Spider-Man 4 and it's not Andrew Garfield, then maybe they are really following the Ultimate Spider-Man comic and they're going to kill him in 3. Who knows? Could happen. Maybe they're following the Ultimate Spider-Man storyline that much. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we haven't seen, as far as I can tell, we haven't seen a superhero film where they've actually killed off the superhero and replaced him. Not just replaced the actor, they've actually killed off the superhero and carried on the superhero series where a new superhero comes up and he takes his place. I mean, as far as I know, they haven't done that. So, there you go. Conno Hollis said, welcome back, Dave. Hello, Conno. Flax94 said, okay, one last comment. For you, video games. Okay, that's... Alright, fair enough. Charles Taylor Co said, no apologies necessary, Cap. Your subscribers have missed you, bro. Oh, I missed talking to you guys too. Seriously, when I started recording Mass Effect walkthrough, I think I mentioned it at one point. I cannot believe how much I missed recording these walkthroughs. It was so much fun the first couple of hours recording Mass Effect Trilogy. Mass Effect 3. I completely forgot how much I love doing this. So, yeah. Do you know, despite what you guys say, I might just start uploading Mass Effect 3 anyway, because I'm just excited to get that up there and have you guys watch it again. Fidgety Jones said, don't worry, mate. We can all wait on awesome walkthroughs. Hope everything gets worked out as well. Thank you very much, mate. Everything's coming along nicely, although I start uni again in a couple of days, so the stress will be soon to build up again. The Koala Gamer said, can you do Spider-Man Web of Shadows after Mass Effect 3 and Arkham Origins, please? Last comment I said do, which is rude. Oh yeah, and your last comment's above that. I'll read your other comment now, as that make no sense. Sorry, posted those two comments before you said no Web of Shadows, but the game is so fun, especially free roam and the combat choices and style you get. Yes, as I've said loads of times about Web of Shadows, maybe one day in the future if I can. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd have to get really drunk or something. Hype myself up on some illegal substances so I'm hyper and happy. Who knows? No, it's not that bad a game. I might play it one day. Who knows? JDo281 said, what about New Jersey, North Minnesota, or Fairmount? You know, whatever. Oh, was this in relation to what country, what places I wanted to go visit? Oh, in that case, I've got nothing against it, all the other places. As I say, I can't visit all 50, 51, 52, 49, God knows how many states. It's constantly changing. However many states there are. I don't know. I think it's just because it's always been on TV and I've grown up watching TV. So New York has been always this great idealistic place, and I want to go there and I just want to see all the buildings, and I want to go, oh look, there's a big building that I've seen on TV, and I'll be happy. What can I say? The youth and the nation. People used to go and visit the pyramids of Egypt, and I just want to go watch a big building in New York, and that'll make me happy. Zachary Ziegler said, thanks for answering my question, Dave. I should have known they lied to me. Dave, when you play Marvel Lego Superheroes, will you record all the collectibles, yes or no? Keep up the good work. I am not sure. As I said, I'm still playing the game at the moment with my girlfriend. So, and then we're not going through and collecting everything. We're just bombing through the storyline and having a laugh at the moment. So, I don't know. When I've done that, I'm gonna play through it on my own, so I can actually give the game a proper, intense look. And I suppose I'll have to decide after that. Right now, I haven't actually given the game too great a detail, so I couldn't tell you whether I am or not. But normally, it's the sort of thing I do. But you never know. You never know. Griffin Weaver said, "What are your thoughts on the new Captain America?" Oh, there's quite a few questions here. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the new Captain America? I think it looks good. I think it looks a lot better than the first Captain America. I think Captain America, the first one, was a good film, but I felt it was just more like an intro to the Avengers. I felt like if you didn't know who Captain America was, that film didn't exactly do a lot to make you love him. It was just kind of like, hey, there's Captain America, now we have all the Avengers, yay. That was my kind of thoughts when I saw that. I don't know, maybe it's because I was pleasantly surprised by Thor. Then when I saw Captain America, I was kind of disappointed because I went in with this, oh, it might be a lot better than I think it's going to be attitude. So, but no, I think the new one looks a lot better. It looks like it's going in depth into Captain America's character a lot more, and plus with the introduction of the Winter Soldier, that's definitely going to help. And now he's in a modern day setting as well. It's kind of cool. I think we're going to get to see the in-depth of Captain America a lot more, and I think it might bring around a lot more people to like him as well. Also, what would be your dream job? Doing this for the rest of my life. Honestly, if I could do this and not have to have a job outside of here, I would honestly need a slap any time I complained about anything, because this sort of thing would be it'd be a dream. I mean, I'm working at uni now. To be a games designer, games developer, I don't know. I'm just working within the course, and I'll find out what I like. I mean, at this moment, I'm currently loving 3D modelling. The 3D modelling of like the characters, the scenery, stuff like that. I've been like coursework. That sort of coursework has been very enjoyable. Creating my own characters, creating landscapes, stuff like that. That's been a lot of fun, and I'm definitely enjoying that. And I can see myself having a career in that in the future. But at the same time, I'm doing that because it's a sensible choice. It's like I've seen a lot of people say stuff like, "Oh, I want a career in YouTube," and it's like that's not a viable career choice. I know there's people that are living the dream, but that's good for them. But even they're sensible, and they're using this money they've earned from YouTube to create their own companies. So in that way, because YouTube at any point can just go. It can just be gone. Like the whole thing that's been happening with these content ID claims recently. At any point, this whole game in YouTube can just be gone. It could just be earn no money for it, and that's it over. So I mean, don't get me wrong. To do YouTube would be my dream job, but it is just that. It's a dream job. I am extremely surprised if I could ever make a living from just doing this. I mean, I know there are people who can. But I could never trust it. I could never trust that I could be doing this and know for a fact that 10 years down the line I still have job security. You just can't. So that's why I'm at university now, and that's why I'm building myself a career and building myself some education. So if this goes tits up, I have something to fall back on. Or more importantly, I have a job. And then if this ever gets better, then you know that's just the way it goes. But first and foremost, you need to get yourself a real job first, don't you? So. Yeah, kind of digressed a little bit, but yeah, dream job would be doing something like this for the rest of my life. I love this, and it's the only thing that I'm really passionate about doing. But other than that, a job that I definitely would like to do right now, probably be within the games industry, 3D modelling, maybe somehow move that over into the film industry, do like CGI for films or something like that, who knows. Something like that, I think I can see myself enjoying that as a job, but dream job, this. If this was ever possible, this could be a secure job. I'd love to do this for the rest of my life. But I will do this for the rest of my life. But it won't be my job. Also, if you could be any superhero in real life, what would you be? FYI, I'd be Doctor Strange just because I like the idea of magic. Always intrigues me. Oh, that's a good one. A lot of people probably wouldn't say Doctor Strange. They'd be like, I'm gonna be Wolverine. Oh, I'm gonna be Venom. But yeah, Doctor Strange is a good one. That's not one that most people would pick. I don't know. I've always said, like, obviously Spider-Man's my favourite, so it's obvious I'd choose something like that. But I don't know. There's other stuff that I could see myself choosing, like Iceman. I've always said that Iceman is extremely underrated, and that as a power I think would be pretty badass. So I don't know if I could be. So I suppose it's superhero, not superpower. So I mean, obviously I'd say Spider-Man just because I love Spider-Man, but. If I'm to choose someone who isn't Spider-Man, I'd say Iceman. I don't know, I kind of like Iceman. I just think he's got a cool personality. He's got a cool situation, being part of the X-Men, teaching the Jean Grey school. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty far behind in Wolverine and the X-Men, but last time I saw he was teaching the Jean Grey school for higher learning or mutants or whatever it's called now. So yeah, Spider-Man. If not Spider-Man, I'd be Iceman. Yeah, sounds pretty groovy to me. Yusuf Yasir said, Dave, the Deadpool film is going to have Deadpool played by Ryan Reynolds, who knows he's in a movie and it's going to be R-rated. Also, there is going to be a part where Deadpool cusses how he looks in the Wolverine Origins. I found the info on Clever Movies. Just type in Deadpool movie, Clever Movies. Cool. Yeah, I found out a long time ago. There was a... Cause I mean, if you go on IMDb, Deadpool has been billed as a rumour for absolutely forever. It's been on there for so long. And apparently there was a whole script done for Deadpool, but because some douchebag fan leaked it, and everyone got out, everyone read the script and said the script was so good, it was a fantastic Deadpool film. But because it was leaked to the public, they scrapped it, because now everyone knew what the film was going to be. And because of that one douchebag who sort of hacked into that guy's whatever it was and leaked the script then got scrapped and the film never got made. And I think that's just a real douchey thing to do, and it's a real sort of the way the times are going these days, where a great film like that never came to light just because one idiot with a computer, you know. But no, that's good. I think if they made a Deadpool film and it wasn't R-rated, then it would just be a complete flop. Deadpool needs to be R-rated. I mean, from what I've read from Deadpool and from the game I've played and all that sort of stuff, I mean, that is who Deadpool is. It's just stupid. It would be like, I don't know, just trying to think of some sort of comparison. Yeah, but it'd just be like it'd be like a serial killer film being a PG, you know? It's just like, how are you supposed to have like a hack and slash serial killer film and it not have any blood and guts, you know? So yeah, Deadpool has to be R-rated, and the fact that he mentions how bad he looked in another film and knows he's in the film, classic Deadpool, they have to do that. I think especially if they mention how bad he was in Origins, then I think that will make a lot of people happy. I think that'll be one of those moments where everyone in the cinema cheers, you know. So, and yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds makes a great Deadpool. A lot of people say he doesn't, but I think it's just because they're basing their opinions on what Origins was like. But Ryan Reynolds, I think his style of comedy, he's quick-witted, talking fast, but kind of muttering at the same time. His sort of comedy, I think, is perfect for Deadpool. I really think they should bring him back in the film. Matt the Geek said, Dave, how could you not use my version of how you got your name? You love the Dead Poet Society. As much as Captain My Captain would be a good way of me getting my name, unfortunately the real story was a lot more boring. So, I don't know, maybe if I had never told you guys how I actually came up with my name, I could have come up with some like super awesome version instead. And it could have been like, I saved someone's life, and they were like, Captain, you saved me. I don't know, something like that, who knows. Yusuf Yazir said, hey Dave, did you see The Walking Dead Season 2 PS3 trailer? It reveals more of the story, check it out, it's awesome. Yes, I have, and it definitely does look awesome. Oh yeah, that was it. So when you guys were asking what games I'm going to play, at some point, I'm probably also going to play Walking Dead 400 Days, and then Season 2 when it comes out. But that's something... That'll be probably something I'll wait until I've done all these other games to play, because then hopefully by the time I get around to actually doing it, there'll be a lot more episodes of Season 2 out, and I can just play them through all together like I did with Season 1. That would be my hope. Anyway, but Michael Smooth said, I love your walkthroughs and I'm so glad I watched them. You got me into Mass Effect, The Walking Dead and Fallout New Vegas. Keep up the good work. I'm glad I did. They are 3 very good games, especially Mass Effect and The Walking Dead. But I have several questions I want to ask. Sorry if anyone has already asked these at some point. Wow, you do have quite a few questions. Alright, let's get through them. Do you like the Punisher? As a comic book character, never read him. I've got one of the Marvel graphic novels that came as part of the collection, which is Punisher, but I'm still yet to read it. I've watched the first... Actually, you funny say that. The first Punisher film is actually one of my little guilty pleasures. I've never read Punisher and never play him in any of the games, but that first Punisher film, I don't know why, I just like it. It's like when I say with Fantastic Four, a lot of people say that's like a pants film, but I like it. And Punisher is up there with Fantastic Four. It's just one of those films, if I'm ill or if for whatever reason I'm stuck at home all day, I'm just feeling a bit down in the dumps, on goes the Fantastic Four, on goes the Punisher, on goes Kick-Ass, and it's just, I don't know, it's just one of my films that just, I like to watch. I don't know what it is about it, it just makes me happy watching it, maybe because it's got a one man against the world kind of feel to it, you know, it's just, I like that film. Second Punisher film I haven't seen, but I don't think it looks any good. It looks like they substituted story for just blood and gore. So yeah, I think from what I've seen, there's a hardcore fan base that loves the Punisher 2, and there's a hardcore fan base that loves the first Punisher. So, I don't know, I put myself in the first Punisher band camp for that. Could you play the 2005 Punisher game? Didn't know there even was one, but it's probably unlikely, as I said. Other than that first film, I know nothing about Punisher. Who do you hate more, Aaron Cash or Johnny Depp? Aaron Cash, hands down. Johnny Depp is unjust, my hatred for Johnny Depp, because he's a good actor and he's probably a very nice person. It's just something biological. I just hate his face. I don't know why. The poor guy has done nothing to deserve it, but I just do not like his face. I just don't like the way he looks. There's something about him, I just don't like it. But he's a great actor and he's probably a really nice person, so my hatred for Johnny Depp is it's not fair, really. He's done nothing to deserve it, bless him. But Aaron Cash, no, he's a douchebag and I hate him, and I'm so glad he was in Arkham Origins. Probably the reason why I like the game so much. What superhero who hasn't had a game would you like to see get one? Oh! Well. I'm going to also include into this category a superhero who hasn't had a good game as well. Just to broaden the search a little bit. But I think I would like to see... Let me have a think. I'm trying to think of someone who's wouldn't necessarily be like number one on everyone's list. I don't know, I think Iron Man deserves a good game. Because as far as I've seen from the clips on YouTube, the Iron Man games they just look abysmal. But no, I think the Captain America game was fantastic. I think Iron Man needs a good game. I think he's had several games, but he needs a good game, Iron Man does. And I think, especially seeing how he's like the forerunner for this new Marvel line of superhero films. It was Iron Man 1 that kicked it all off into this huge like Avenger hype. And it's just, I can't believe they haven't made him a better game yet. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Honestly, I can't think. Who should get a game on their own? Oh, someone just came into my head and they instantly popped back out of it again. Who did I just think of? My brain's a weird thing. Fantastic Four, they could use a better game as well. I mean, their movie-based game wasn't too shabby, actually, but I think they deserve a game. X-Men, I think they could use a new game as well. The last one... What was the last X-Men game that actually came out? Oh, it was X-Men Destiny! How did I forget that? Oh no, they have had a game. Don't worry them. They could still use a better one, but... Yeah, how did I forget about X-Men Destiny? See me. I don't know. I think Iron Man deserves a better game, to be honest with you. Because from what I've seen, his games weren't that great. But yeah, Iron Man, I'd say he could use it. I don't know, I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I always turn around when people ask me these sort of questions. I look at like my comic book collection and I look at my poster, but it doesn't really help because that only shows like the main group of of superheroes. So, oh, actually, I'll tell you what, who does deserve a game, who I'd like to see get their own game, and it's not Marvel actually, it's the Flash from DC. I'd love the Flash to get his own game. I think that would be pretty cool. Or maybe like a Flash Green Lantern co-op, possibly. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Just thought of that. I'm glad. Yeah, go on. Flash and Green Lantern co-op game. That I think would be pretty cool. Have you seen the film Dredd? If you did, what do you think about it? Yeah, I've seen the film Dredd from about halfway through. I fell asleep and woke up. I fell asleep watching the end of... God, I can't remember what I was watching. And I woke up halfway through Dredd. So I watched the end of it. And yeah, I thought it was alright. Had Cersei from Game of Thrones in it. Yeah, it was... I'd put that along with the old, like when I said like with the old Godzilla film and Anaconda and stuff like that. It's to take your brain out, just watch it and think, kind of film, you know. It was alright. I didn't walk away thinking what a pile of dog poo, but I didn't exactly think it was a great film either. Before you played Mass Effect 3, who were you hoping for a squad mate? I personally wanted Garrus, Tali, Rex, Legion, Jack, Thane, Cal Rieger, Captain Kirrahe, Shiala, and the Volus who thought he was a biotic god. Do you know what? That is a sick lineup. That is a fantastic lineup. I mentioned it, I think, at one point in my Mass Effect 3 walkthrough of people I wanted. And that list is almost spot on. That is, that is so spot on. Garrus, Tali. Rex, I might substitute for Grunt. Or I might want Rex and Grunt. So, I mean, you have, like, so many human characters. And, like, you've got 2 different Asari, you've got 2 different Krogan and stuff like that. But I think, why can't they have 2 of the same species? So maybe Rex and Grunt. Or if I could only have one, I'd probably pick Grunt, because I love Grunt. Jack, Legion, Thane, definitely. Oh, you see, that's the thing. There's too many good characters in Mass Effect 2. I kind of want Mordin as well. But, I don't know. I'd say definitely Legion. Definitely Jack. Garrus, Tali, Grunt. Cal Rega. Captain Curahee. I can't remember who Shiala is. I can't believe I'm forgetting. Who is Shiala? I'm totally forgetting who she is. But if not Shiala, Aria Talok, I think would have made an awesome squad mate. And a Volus. Either the Biotic God but Volus, who actually ends up getting great biotic abilities, or Barlavon. I mean, that'd be good. If you type in, actually, I'm going to do it now. I might try and insert this picture into the video to try and show you. That is, if I find it. But, if you type in on Google possible Mass Effect 3 squad, there was one picture I saw which looked like just an immense squad. And I can't remember who they were now. Let's see if I can find it here somewhere. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave it till later. If I find the picture that I was talking about, I'll put it in the video so you guys can see who I was talking about. But it was a great squad. It basically pretty much listed all the people you were talking about then, except for obviously it was more like a wish list of a squad instead. And the people it had in it were Garrus, Tali, stuff like that. But it was also Jack, Legion, Aria Talok. It had a Volus, so I'm going to say that's either Barlavon or the Biotic God Volus. And I think it had Cal Rega and Captain Curahee as well. But no, it's like there's too many great characters from Mass Effect 2 to bring forward. I kind of felt it was weird. Like, obviously, I don't want to ruin anything for Mass Effect 3, but the squad lineup in Mass Effect 3 pretty much was Mass Effect 1. It's just, except for they replaced some characters where they might have one character, they weren't a part of the squad, so they just replaced them with another character who was quite similar in either build or personality. And I just kind of felt that was a bit, I don't know, I just kind of felt it was a bit odd. I was like, they could have mixed it up. I think they should have had half squad mate from, or say 1/3 of Mass Effect 1, 1/3 of Mass Effect 2, and then the other third could be some new characters. That's how I think they should have done it. But it was pretty much Mass Effect 1 with 2-3 new characters, and I just kind of felt that was a bit lame, really. I mean, I get it, because at the end of Mass Effect 2, obviously you had the suicide mission, so that was a lot of characters who could potentially be dead, and I can see why they didn't want, other than Garrus and Tali, they didn't want to bring anyone else forward to the Mass Effect 3 squad lineup, so I can see why they did it, but I don't know. No, your lineup there, that's pretty much one of my kind of my dream list as well. Captain Curahee, definitely. Cal Rega, I don't know, do you know what? As much as I love Tali in Mass Effect 3, I might have been happy meeting Tali in Mass Effect 3, but having Cal Rega as a squad mate. Say, like, Tali couldn't join the squad because she had prior engagements like a lot of the other people do, like Rex does, like other characters do and stuff like that, so they can't join your squad. I would have been happy if Tali did that, but then Cal Rega joined your squad instead. I think that would have been quite cool, to be honest with you. But no, the lineup you have there is pretty happy. The ones for me who definitely have to be in it: Garrus, Jack, Thane and Legion, possibly, definitely Legion actually. Grunt, it definitely has to be Garrus, Grunt, Jack. They're just hands down definites. Legion, Curahee, and I think Aria Talok. I thought they would have been like some pretty cool squad mates. But I don't know, there's too many for me to pick. I just can't pick. There's just so many. Have you ever played Mass Effect as female Shepard? No, but I'm watching a live stream right now actually of someone who's playing as female Shepard. I think when it comes down to it, if you're playing a Paragon walkthrough, you should be male Shep, and if you're doing a Renegade walkthrough, you should be female Shep, because it is general consensus that female Shep does the Renegade scenes a hell of a lot better, and I've got to say I agree. Her voice is just so aggressive and quite angry, even when she's saying nice stuff. She just fits Renegade perfect. So I think if you're doing a female Shep walkthrough, you should do Renegade. But no, I haven't personally. But that's not for any reason. It's just I just haven't really. Who would win in a fight, Commander Shepard or Captain America? I'd love to say Commander Shepard, but it's going to be Captain America. I mean, you were rebuilt by Cerberus, Shepard, but you're no super soldier. Can you imagine the Vanguard charge going right into Captain America's shield? Talk about your biotic explosions, jeez. Have you read any Mass Effect novels or comic books? If so, do you recommend them? I haven't, but I've seen a few of them in like comic book stores. I've seen 3 of them. I think the one where Liara, where she's looking for Commander Shepard after he dies in the start of Mass Effect 1. There's another one with how the Elusive Man's like sort of Elusive Man origins, and there's one of Arya T'Loak defending Omega. They're the 3 that I've seen anyway, and I looked through them, and from what I can see, they do look pretty cool. I mean, if you find somewhere and you want to pick them up, I mean, I wouldn't pay a ridiculous amount of money for them, but if you see a place and they're of a decent price, then yeah, I'd definitely say buy them. Why not? I haven't read them myself, but I do plan on reading them at some point. However, if you are a member, and even if you're not, it only takes a couple of seconds to sign up. I signed up to DeviantArt because I went on there and I found someone who using the like all the game mechanics and all the sceneries and the character models and stuff from Mass Effect 3. They've made a comic book centered around Jack and Commander Shepard after the results of Mass Effect 3. And I'm not gonna lie, it is insanely good. I mean, they're doing it, they're uploading picture by picture. So every time they create one, they upload it as the next scene and stuff like that. And it's up to like page 160 something or something like that right now. It's something ridiculous, but it's really, really good. I mean, I don't have it saved on here, but I can't remember who it is. But if you sign up to DeviantArt and type in, like, say, Jack or Commander Shepard or something like that, you'll probably find it. Actually, no, what I'll do is in the link, in the description to this video, I'll put a link to the first one, and you can give it a read through. But I think it's really good. It's like a comic. It's like their very own comic book they've done after the scenes of Mass Effect 3. I think it's pretty cool, and it's all like fan art and fan story based driven. But it's pretty cool if you want to give it a read. I'll put it in the link in the description. Have you heard about the new X-Men movie called X-Men Apocalypse? Yeah, someone mentioned it earlier. I think it looks pretty banging, to be honest. But sorry if I'm being annoying with all these questions. No, you're not annoying at all. They're some good questions. I mean, as you can tell, I've been going on about it for some time now, so they're definitely good questions. The Super Kid said, "Hey Dave, Batman versus Shepard, who wins?" Ooh, again, I would love. I don't know. Ooh, I was gonna say I'd love to say Shepard, but I don't know if Batman has the advantage here. I mean, Shepard's cool and all that, but when it comes down to it, Batman and, like, as I said earlier as well, Captain America, they're superheroes, so they're gonna have the upper hand over Shepard. But then at the same time, Shepard did take down a Reaper all by himself. I can't exactly see Batman doing that. So I don't know. Tough choice, really. Tough choice. It's kind of not a fair fight, really, if Batman's running at Shepard and then Shepard just brings out the M9 Kane and just mini nukes Batman. I suppose that's not really fair. Or he just hits him with a lift and then Batman's just stuck floating in the sky, you know. Hit him with a lift and then a reeve and then Batman's in the atmosphere. I don't know. Close call, but I'd say probably Batman. I mean, he is a superhero after all. Kane Jake said, when did you not do Lego Marvel Superheroes? Yeah, well, as I say, I responded to that saying that my recording equipment didn't work, so I haven't started it yet. But that's all fixed, so after Origins that will be up. Sean, last name I'm not going to try because I don't want to butcher it. Sean said, "Hey Dave, I know you hate the voice acting in the Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and trust me, I do too, but I think the voice acting shouldn't stop you playing the game, because the game is lots of fun. I love your videos, by the way." Yeah, I know, I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, voice acting is a silly thing to stop me enjoying an entire game. That's like someone saying, "I don't like the graphics," so they don't play the game. And in fairness, I did say that as well. But no, that's why one day I will sit down to play it. But it's just right now I've got too many better games to play, to be honest with you. But yeah, but no, I will sit down. I'll force myself to play it one day, and probably I'll finish it, and I'll thank you guys for forcing me to play it. Or I won't. Who knows? Alicia Smith said, "Why don't you have a vlog? You say we should." Let me start again. Why don't you have a vlog? You say we should see your gameplay, but these videos are about questions we ask you, so you might as well have your face on it. Can you do this, please? No. I know that's a good point. Don't get me wrong, you do make a good point. Like when I say gameplay, I think it should be about the gameplay, and obviously these Captain's Quarters have no gameplay. But that's not why I'm not showing my face here. I just don't want to show my face yet, to be honest with you. That's the only reason. And as I said, like in past videos, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not grotesque. I'm not hideous. I'm quite an average-looking dude, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I just don't feel like doing that yet. I will at some point. consider it me revealing my secret identity. I just don't fancy putting my face out there for everyone to see just yet. I mean, you got to think I'm coming up to nearly 10,000 subscribers soon. That's 10,000 people knowing what I look like, and I don't know. I'm just not up for doing that just yet. To be honest, I will at one point. Don't get me wrong, I will, but I just don't want to just yet. I will probably at some point. Don't worry. Just right now, I don't want to. it's unfortunately just the bulk of the question. Philip Saffold said dual walkthrough on AC1 and 2. I do not know what AC is. Oh, Assassin's Creed. Oh, probably not. Everyone says how great that game is, but it just doesn't appeal to me, to be honest. Mr. Candyman13 said, Spider Dave, first off, I would like to welcome you back to the world of YouTube. Looking forward to ME3 walkthrough. Looking forward to uploading it. My questions to you this time is, what's the one thing that you're looking forward to in 2014? The thing I'm looking forward to most in 2014's X-Men, Days of Future Past, Amazing Spider-Man 2, what else? What am I looking forward to? I can't think. Probably plenty of things I'm looking forward to, but every time I get asked these sort of questions, my mind goes blank and I completely forget. And then I remember later on that I missed a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, the thing I'm looking forward to most right now, at least cinema-wise, I'd say is X-Men Days of Future Past and Amazing Spider-Man 2. I mean, if they're the first things that came into my head, then I must be looking forward to them the most, right? So, but no, that's what I'm looking forward to right now. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you very much, Mr. Candyman. Merry Christmas to you and your family too. Hope you all had a good one. And to everyone else as well. Hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year. I should have said that right at the start of the video, really. How rude of me. But yeah, I hope all you guys had a great Christmas and a great New Year's and all that sort of jazz. And I hope that your courses are getting more smoother for you as they go along. Funny you say that. I've just come off the back end of writing a 1,500 word essay, which I'm pretty certain I've written the whole thing wrong. Guess I'll find out tomorrow. Game question, what is your favourite gadget in the Batman series? I'll make it easy this time. My favourite gadget in the whole Batman series, I don't know. So I've got this. It's probably got to be what's it? The Bat Claw. Nice and simple. Grab them, pull them over it, give them an elbow. It's fantastic. Either that, the explosive gel, or the ice or sticky goo grenades. They're pretty fun. Something like that, just something nice and simple that just makes the game fun. They're the sort of things I like most. Or that bat gadget where in Arkham Origins, where you can grab two people and pull them together. That's just a world of fun. The amount of things you can do with that is hilarious. Giovanni said, welcome back Dave, let me just say you're one of my top 5 favourite YouTubers and thanks for always answering my questions. You're more than welcome and thank you very much. Keep up the awesome work and I can't wait to watch Mass Effect 3 and Arkham Origins. PS, I'll try to give you a choice of both on my next multiple choice question. I don't mind. Yeah, but as I say, I'm very much looking forward to uploading Mass Effect 3 and hopefully I'll get Arkham Origins started soon. I kind of want to get finishing recording Mass Effect 3 and get that done and out of the way, because obviously that's going to take a long time to upload. So I just want to get that game done and out of the way, and then that way I can just start on all the other walkthroughs like Arkham Origins and Lego Marvel and all that sort of stuff. Daniel Nidawi, sorry, I probably completely butchered that, I'm sorry. So Daniel said, Dave, are you going to do a Batman Arkham Origins thing? Yes, indeed I shall. X Game Master 1 said, for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, how do you get the DLC? This is a question I get asked a lot on the actual video itself. Basically, I don't know the situation now, because this was a long time ago I did the walkthrough, but I got the DLC just basically by purchasing the DLC, but when I got the DLC, it was when the DLC was first released. So I downloaded the DLC, it worked, I did my walkthrough, all good. Since then, I've had a lot of people tell me that since the development of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or whatever they're up to now, they had to sell the rights so as a result, they had to pull down the DLC for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 because they're no longer supporting the game. So basically, I've heard some people say the DLC they've downloaded no longer works, and I've had other people say no, when they downloaded the DLC, and as long as it's been downloaded, it still works. I, to be honest, haven't played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 since I did the walkthrough of it, so I can't really comment. But as far as I know now, people have been saying that the DLC is unavailable, and I'm pretty certain I saw someone the other day say it's back up again. But I'm probably wrong about that. But no, as far as I know right now, for the DLC for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, I don't think it's available anymore. I don't think you can actually get it anymore, and a lot of people have said, those who have downloaded it in the past, it now no longer works. So, if you're looking to get the DLC now, unfortunately I don't think you can. I just don't think there's any way you can get it, which kind of sucks really. I think that's a really douchey move, especially for those who have paid money and it now doesn't work. If that's actually true, that's a really, really douchey move. But unfortunately, I can't comment. I got the DLC when it was released, and that's how I was able to do that. But I did my walkthrough back when the DLC was still available. So for all I know, maybe my DLC doesn't work anymore. So unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to get it now. RGA, a random guy HD, said, I want a new Marvel Ultimate Alliance with Galactic as the new main villain, carrying on from the end of MUA 1. Yeah, a lot of people seem to want that. Although, from what I've seen from Lego Marvel, I don't know, I'm kind of treating Lego Marvel Superheroes as Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, just kind of like a comedy version, you know? Because obviously they do make a lot of jokes, taking the mick out themselves and stuff like that. But I don't know, the way this game is playing out and the fun that it is, and the free roaming, which I think is just so much fun. I'm kind of treating Lego Marvel Superheroes as MUA 3. That's my opinion, because I don't think we're ever going to get one, as much as we all cry out for it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to treat Lego Marvel Superheroes as the new one. And finally, oh, it had to be someone's name I'm not going to be able to pronounce, didn't it? Suraj Banasi, is that Suraj Banasi? Hope I got it right. Said, hey Dave, what's your favourite game? My favouriteest game is easily the Mass Effect trilogy. I'm not going to pick. If I had to pick, I'd say Mass Effect 2. But I always say the Mass Effect trilogy because it depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm in the mood for sort of an old school Mass Effect 1, which the story was just so good in. The story was amazing in Mass Effect 1. Or you got Mass Effect 2, which is just all round a better game. Like, it's got the best of everything, but it's not necessarily, the story isn't the best and the gameplay isn't the best, but it's got the best combination of the two. So I think that's why everyone loves Mass Effect 2 the most. Whereas Mass Effect 3 kind of has really quite good gameplay, but unfortunately, it's weird, they got like good graphics in Mass Effect 3, and then they really lacked in animation, and they got really sloppy in some of the background stuff as well. So there's a lot of glitches and a lot of bugs, and it's, I don't know, I kind of screwed the pooch on it a little bit. So, and the story really lacked as in comparison to say Mass Effect 1. So yeah, so I say the trilogy, Mass Effect 2 if I had to pick at a push, but the Mass Effect trilogy as a whole is my favourite game, which is kind of obvious to anyone who knows me because I am a huge Mass Effect fanboy. But with that being said, that is done, and that is all your questions answered for now. If you've got any more questions you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the comments of this video, or if you want to respond to anything I've already said in this video, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, along with the question I asked you right at the very start, that was, would you rather wait for me to finish Mass Effect 3 and start recording Batman and Arkham Origins and then start uploading them back to back like I used to do, or would you rather I just upload what I've got of Mass Effect 3 now so it gives you guys something to watch? The ball is entirely in your court. I'll let the decision be yours. But I think that's everything for now. So hopefully, I'm gonna put it out there and say hopefully I should be back regular with this sort of stuff now. But well, I guess only time will tell. So as for now, my name's Captain Dave. This has been the Captain's Quarters, and I'll catch you guys later.